Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everybody. Before I came here, just on a light note, Dion and Flo of Christian Aid promised me summer. And now I've been here almost 24 hours and I've experienced all the 4 weathers. So if you see me dressed like I'm from space, it's because I don't know any better. It's good to have you here this afternoon and to discuss this most important issue of tax dodging. Because for us as Christians and from our mandate as we understand it from Zambia, is that all kinds of injustices, and tax dodging is one of those, is actually an evil. An evil that must be confronted by all people of faith, because it is a faith issue. It's a faith issue because we are all handmaids of God in whom we trust. And God's intention and purpose in the world is to ensure that people have life and have it abundantly. That is why he says in the scriptures that we were not given a spirit of timidity, but a spirit of boldness. And therefore it's imperative, and it's also not an option for us who are Christians to get involved in this campaign to ensure that resources that God has given us is actually distributed equitably among us all people in the world. Because poverty is a shame in the world, whether it's in developing country, poverty in the UK, poverty is poverty. And so we need to confront those that want to make us even poorer with the strength that we are given to ensure that people pay tax that's due to all governments, whether be it UK government or Zambian government. I think tax must be paid so that we can improve on our social services for the people. In Zambia, we are talking about upwards of 60% poverty of people. People who have nothing. When we say poverty in Zambia, we are saying people who have nothing, people who have eaten, who only can eat after 2 days, people who share when others can eat and when others cannot. And therefore, when we talk about tax evasion in Zambia, we, the church, are very involved in advocating our own governments about the weak policy regulations that they have, which regulate our multinational companies which come to us to invest. We surely do appreciate that in this day and age, investment is necessary in any part of the world, and surely we do appreciate that when you invest, what you need is returns on your investment. But however, we are also aware that these multinationals are paying their due tax to our government so that the monies can be used with due diligence in terms of lifting people out of poverty. That is why we are involved in campaigns so that we urge our own government to ensure that the policy environment is good and conducive for everybody, investors, Zambian people. And we also firmly believe that the resources that we have in our country has been endowed upon that country by God. And therefore we want a win-win situation with our investors so that we can all benefit. Beyond the tax issue, which is very important, but we also saying that these mining companies that come to our countries must also ensure that they adhere to the same high standards that they will adhere to if they were in their own countries. Because when they come to our countries, they do not care about pollution. They do not care about the impact on the environment. And they displace people without adequate compensations. Because as you know, people have lived on their ancestral lands for a very, very long time. And because we have minerals everywhere, and therefore people are being displaced to go to places where they cannot take care of themselves, because they have lived and depended on land for a very long time. So we are saying that we are concerned about the environment, we are concerned about the health of people, we are concerned about the displacement of people, and most of all, we are concerned about the lack of tax payments to our government by multinationals. And I'm sure many of you who sit here today, many of you have been supporters of Christian Aid for a very, very long time. My message to you, my brothers and sisters, is that don't tire to do good, because in due season, this battle will be won. For those who are joining as new campaigners, I want to encourage you to continue and join this battle, because it's a global campaign. It cannot be won by one section of the world. All of us have to give all our concerted efforts to ensure that we confront the evil. Together we can make it. Therefore, if you're on the periphery, if you're still deciding whether to join or not, I want to appeal to you, join us in this campaign so that you and I, or you and us, can live a better life, because all of us are entitled to good life. I thank you.
Brilliant, thank you.